Big Blue Nation, what's going on? What's going on? Thursday, April 24th. You know what that is? Draft day. A day most Giants fans been looking forward to since probably mid-season. For me, again, since before Halloween, we were pretty much out of it at 2-6. Week was at 8, I think. I was emotionally detached after Daniel Jones refused to pull the trigger on that flea flicker, and pretty sure most of the fan base, most of the team as well, pretty much was like, you know what, that's about it for the Giants this season. Catch you at the draft, and we finally have made it full circle to the draft, and yeah, kind of looking forward to officially knowing what we're working with. As far as I can see, all the reports, everything seems to be lining up with us going with Abdul Carter at 3. I'm very happy with that. If that happens, in typical Giants fashion, we had secured the number 1 overall pick late in the season. We worked real hard to get there. It was a lot of fandom moaning, helicopters flying over the stadium, and a lot of heartache. We put a lot of effort into getting that number 1 pick. And in true Giants fashion, as soon as we secure that pick, we decide to have the Malik Nabers game. And for most Giants fans, towards the second half of the season, the only thing we kind of really were looking forward to see is if Malik would actually show that promise, despite all the bad quarterback play we had of what he was at LSU. Didn't really see it until, week 17 against the Colts. The Malik Nabers game where he went off, had 2 touchdowns, 100 plus, could have had 200 plus yards, whatever. We win. Brian Daboll after the game was like, this is what I could do with the team with, functional or good QB play, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. This is week 17. Come on now. We had the number 1 pick secured. Now we dropped all the way down to, I think at the time, 4. I think we made it back up to 3. And I was pretty much after the regular season, college football regular season, I was in on Cam Ward as our number 1 overall pick. Unfortunately, we messed that up, and here we are, number 3. Ain't no way I see the Titans gonna let go of that number 1 pick. So here we are, number 3, most likely Abdul Carter. It's cool. We fortify that pass rush, and to be honest, the only other quarterback I personally would want, and hopefully we don't get him before pick 34, would be Jalen Milroe. Dude with a skill set that needs to be developed, but natural talent of a big arm, Josh Allen's type, running, probably even more explosive than Lamar Jackson. Something that maybe could work with, who knows? But at the end of the day, outside of that, Jackson Dart, keep hearing, especially today, Giants probably trade back up in the first round thanks to Connor Shane putting that out on Instagram last night. Who knows if that's true or not? Tyler Shuck, yeah. Kyler, whatever, from Syracuse. What else could we look forward to? I just want this roster built out. If we get the quarterback and Daboll is able to work his magic, even though he is technically on the hot seat, so is Shane. We get this quarterback that Daboll really likes, and we go 5-12 or whatever, and John Mara's like, I've seen enough. Even though you got us Russ, you got us Jameis, I can't do this anymore. And then we're stuck with a quarterback that the ownership group or GM/coach did not pick. Then we're kind of in a full circle thing like Daniel Jones again. So for me, it was always Cam Ward or bust at QB. If Daboll just feels like, hey, I can work with so and so be it. Let's see what he can do. But other than that, I don't know, man. Like I've been anxious to get to this day. I've probably done what, a couple hundred mock drafts on Pro Football Network. Just playing around, getting familiar with certain players, where they may fall, this and that. But at the end of the day, as a Giants fan, I'm gonna follow whoever we got. Hopefully, they're productive. They're staple pieces. They'll be around long term. But man, I swear, if John Mara made a phone call to Jim Irsay before that Colts game, was like, "Look, man, this is our 100th season. We can't go in 0-8 at home. Please let us win this game at home so we can be less embarrassed." If that really happened, and I'm just putting it out there, I haven't heard any rumors, but it just seems when you watch that game, yeah, Malik was balling, but it didn't look like for a team that was still in the playoff hunt, like they actually were out there trying to tackle, trying to put any effort on defensive end. And yeah, next thing you know, we win, and Dayball's happy, and yay, hooray, hoorah, all that good stuff. And here we are with the third pick. Decent consolation prize of hopefully Abdul Carter, maybe even Travis Hunter. Who knows what Cleveland ends up doing at number 2. But yeah, Giants fan. Draft day. Let's see what we do. Catch y'all later.